You wake up. You check your phone, you respond to messages, you make your coffee. You show up to work, to conversations, to life. And from the outside, you look completely fine. More than fine, actually. You look like someone who has it together. But there is something no one sees. The moment before you walk into a room, that quiet spike of dread, the way your mind never fully stops. Not when you're working, not when you're resting, not even when you're supposed to be sleeping. The constant, low hum of worry that lives just beneath every normal moment of your day. You are not falling apart visibly. You are falling apart quietly, efficiently, while still meeting your deadlines. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because what you might be living with has a name. It is called high-functioning anxiety. And almost nobody talks about it, because from the outside, it looks like success. Let me paint a picture. Imagine someone. Let's call them you. You are reliable. People count on you. You rarely miss a deadline. You rarely cancel plans. You say yes more than you probably should. When something goes wrong, you fix it. Quietly. Efficiently. Without making it anyone else's problem. You prepare for conversations before they happen. You replay them after they're over. You lie awake at 3 in the morning running through a moment from 2 weeks ago, wondering if you said something wrong. If someone is quietly upset with you, if you are somehow, always, slightly failing. You are not lazy. You are not weak. In fact, you are often the strongest person in the room. But the strength is costing you something. Something invisible. Something you can barely name. And the worst part? Because you are functioning. Because you are achieving, and showing up, and holding it together. Nobody around you has any idea. And sometimes, neither do you. So, what exactly is high-functioning anxiety? It is not a clinical diagnosis on its own. It is a pattern. A way of living inside anxiety that looks, and often feels, productive. Most people imagine anxiety as paralysis, as someone who cannot get out of bed, who cancels plans, who visibly struggles. But high-functioning anxiety works differently. Instead of shutting you down, it drives you forward. The worry becomes fuel. The fear of failure becomes a productivity engine. The dread of disappointing people becomes a reason to over-prepare, over-perform, over-deliver. You are not anxious despite your success. In many cases, you are successful because of the anxiety. Because it never lets you stop, never lets you rest, never lets you feel like enough. And that distinction, that cruel, invisible distinction, is exactly why it goes unnoticed for so long. Here is what is actually happening underneath. Your nervous system is running a threat detection program, constantly, in the background, like an app that never closes. It is scanning for danger, social danger, failure danger, rejection danger, in situations where there is no real threat at all. A delayed reply becomes evidence someone is angry with you. A small mistake at work becomes the beginning of a catastrophe. A moment of silence in a conversation becomes proof that you said something wrong. Your brain is not broken. It learned this pattern somewhere, most often in childhood, in environments where things were unpredictable, where love felt conditional, where being good, being useful, being perfect was how you stayed safe. The anxiety was adaptive once. It helped you read the room. It helped you stay ahead of problems. It helped you survive. But now, in your adult life, it is still running, on autopilot, in situations that are not dangerous at all. And it is exhausting you from the inside. You can recognize high-functioning anxiety in the small things, the things you have probably normalized. You cannot fully enjoy good moments, because part of you is already waiting for something to go wrong. You say yes to things you do not want to do, because the discomfort of saying no is greater than the exhaustion of saying yes. You are hyper-responsible. If something goes wrong in a group, your first instinct is to check whether it was somehow your fault. You struggle to rest without guilt. Doing nothing feels dangerous, like you are falling behind, like you are being irresponsible. You are incredibly hard on yourself, privately. Your inner voice has a critical, relentless quality that you would never use on anyone else. And you are very, very good at hiding all of it. Because somewhere along the way, you learned that your anxiety is not something others can handle. So you carry it alone, neatly, quietly, like everything else. Here is what I want you to hear, and really hear. The fact that you are functioning is not proof that you are fine. We live in a world that rewards the appearance of okayness, that celebrates productivity and resilience and pushing through. And so high-functioning anxiety gets praised. It gets promoted. It gets called ambition and dedication and strength. But coping is not the same as healing. Surviving is not the same as living. And the version of you that is white-knuckling through every day, meeting every deadline, answering every message, managing every emotion alone, that version of you is tired. And tired deserves to be taken seriously, not pushed through. The goal is not to eliminate the part of you that cares deeply, that works hard, that shows up. That part is beautiful. The goal is to let that part of you exist, without the constant undercurrent of fear driving it. You are not too sensitive. You are not weak for feeling this way while still achieving things. You are not broken because your mind will not quiet down. You are someone who learned to carry a lot, and you got very good at carrying it. But you were never supposed to carry it alone. If any part of this video felt like someone was finally describing something you have never had the words for, hold on to that feeling. Because recognition is always the first step. You do not have to perform okayness anymore. Not here. Not with yourself. The most courageous thing you can do is not push through. It is to finally, gently, honestly, stop. And ask yourself how you are really doing. Not how you are functioning. How you are feeling. There is a difference. And you deserve to know it.